Shalom. We're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that pushed in the shoot the four corners. Right? Which consists of the elect is 144,000 elect and wanted. Right? This is Daniela from Trinidad Camp. And I'm bringing forth a new lesson. I'm going to call this one, Be ye doers of this word, and not hearers only. Right? And this lesson it's just spring forth from our brother, right? That did a recent lesson on this. So I'll just be going off of what he said in his video. So I'll just be more or less, reading out scriptures that pertain to the topic, right? And explaining. Right, so as I said before, the lesson is about being a doer of this word and not just hearers, right? Because a lot of people in this truth, they teach this. We out in the street, and we teach this truth out in the street, but we don't practice what we preach. Some men, they don't practice what they preach. You know what I mean? And this is what this word, when you come into this truth and you transform yourself into this truth and you begin to learn. But the first person that we teach in this truth is ourselves. We practice whatever we learn. We practice it, right? And that is called rehearsing the righteous acts, right? So let me get a scripture here first. Salakia, get a scripture. Okay, James 1:21, right? Therefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive the meekness of the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul, right? Because what won't save your soul in this time. In this time, we're coming to the we're coming down to the end. As we believe through the scriptures, we believe we're coming down to the end. And what really going to save you is this word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, according to Isaiah 33 and 6. This one. So like here. Right, Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of thy salvation. Right? So, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of what times? The end times, right? That coming right now, right? We're going to go back to James. Right, so we're going to read that again. James 1. James 1:21. Therefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, right? Which is this word here. Receive the word, and be transformed, right? Which is able to save your souls, right? So, what we do, we actually practicing the acts. The righteous acts that we were taught here, right? Through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, through Great Millstone, right? We practicing those acts, we keeping them holy days, we celebrating the holy days, I keeping the Sabbaths, we practicing them righteous acts, right? Let me get James 2. James 2 and 14. What do it profit, my brethren, though a man say he had faith and had not works, right? So you must be able to show, hey, not, this is what builds up your faith, the word, right? But when that builds up your faith, what we're going to show, what we're going to show is through your works, right? Can faith save him? You know what I mean? You must have both. You must have faith, and through your works, you would see your faith. You know, that's why you need to not only be a hearer of this word, but do also. Right? That's where your works come in. You know, the scripture says that it's to go out and do what? And to bring in the lost sheep, right? Which is the house of Israel, right? Because a lot of people in this truth, they come and they listen to the word, you know, they hear, but are they doing what they hear, what they learn? You know, they're just being a hearer of the word. They're not really practicing the righteous acts. They're not going through the motions and, you know what I mean, following the word. They're just hearing, you know. And the scriptures also talk about that also. But we're gonna get to that. You get scripture Romans 10. Romans 10. Romans 10:17. So faith coming by hearing, and by hearing by the word of the Most High. Right? So that's how you can actually build your faith for these last days. You're gonna build your faith by hearing the word. You know what I mean? By learning the word, and that's gonna be the foundation in coming to the end. Right? So we need to be doers also, not just hearers. When we hear the word, what we do, we practice them righteous acts. You know? So okay. This thing is this next scripture gonna get Judges. We're gonna get Judges 5 and 11. Salakia. You know, they're gonna look for these scriptures, yeah. Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of the. Right, so we're gonna rehearse it. When we hear the word, what we gonna do? We're gonna be a doer of that word and rehearse it. Right? I'm gonna stay right here in James and go to 4 and 17. Right? Judges 4:17. Howbeit Sisera fled away on his feet to the tents of Jamel and wife of the Kenite, for there was peace between there was peace between Jamel, the king of Hazar, and the house of Herbert, the Kenite, and Jabal went over to meet Sisera and said unto him, Turn unto my Lord, turn unto me, fear not. And when he had turned into her and unto the tent, he covered him with a mantle. Salakia, I think Salakia. Oh man, I'm reading the wrong place. Salakia about that. I know I was reading something wrong. You see, this is the importance of you know, taking down our notes and rehearsing them, you know. As an next example that we need to take down notes and when we're doing these his videos, you know, just to be on point. We need to know where we're going. Slovakia, and in the wrong place right here. The correct scripture is James 4 and 17. Right. Slovakia. I now realize that I was on the topic there. I was reading, right? Therefore, unto him that knoweth to do good, and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Right? So for someone to know, to hear the word and do it not, to him that is a sin. You know? You're breaking the law. Because why? You know the truth, but you're not following it. You're not a doer of the word. You hear the truth, you know? Let me read that again. James 4. I read from 17. But now you rejoice in your boasting. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and do it not, to him it is breaking the law. Yeah, it's sinning, you know, because you know the truth, you hear the truth, but you didn't do it. You're not a doer of the word. See, it comes back to being a doer of the word. You know, you're casting sin upon yourself, right? Get one scripture. I think it's in, say, Luke 12 and 37. 12 and 30. Right. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord had come and shall find watching. Right, watching. See, blessed are those servants who Yahweh, when he cometh, who Yahweh shall, when he cometh, shall find watching. Because that is what a watchman, and we made watchmen to watch over Israel. So what a watchman would do, a watchman would warn the people. He would not only, you know, be a hearer of the word, and he would be a doer and go out and warn the people. Right? Be a watchman. Very I say unto you, that he shall grind himself to make them to sit down, to meet, and will come forth and serve them. But the point is here, blessed are those servants whom Yahweh shall, when he cometh, shall find watching. You know, and watching is part of doing of the word also. Warning the people of what? Warning people of the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. You know, all the destruction to come, the famine, the race wars, everything. That is being a watchman, right? Warning the people of things to come. You know? We get another scripture here. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. It says, whosoever thy hand findeth to do it with thy might. For there is no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Yeah, you know, you do this work, because when you go into the grave, you can't do it. Do it while you still have life. You're still out here. You know, go out and do that work. Now, earlier on we spoke about men hearing the truth and you know, basically they're not doing, they would come out and they basically come and hear you speaking, and you know, they say, yeah boy, this is the truth, but guess what, they you know, they wouldn't follow and do the truth, and be a doer. So like, they wouldn't follow what they hear. So they're just hearers of the word. It's not doers, right? When you hear this word, you're supposed to run with it, you know, run and learn. you learn, and then you know you go out and you teach. Scriptures also talk about men that come and they hear the word, but they don't do it, right? It's Ezekiel 33 and 32. Right, I'll start at Ezekiel 33 and 32. Lo, and thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had pleasant voice. That is what this truth is like. It's like unto somebody who's singing a nice song, you know what I mean? When we teach the truth, somebody listening and it's unto them like they're hearing a nice song, you know what I mean? Like what the scripture is saying. And can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. Yeah, there's hearers of the word, but they're not doing what they hear. You know, and when it is coming to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. But this is the point here. So like should read from 31. All right, I'll read from 31. So like Ezekiel 33 and 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. Yeah, they would hear the word in them, but the mind not on following the word, right, and doing them. There's only hear this word. Is not a doer, right? 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, and one that had pleasant voice, and can play on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. Yeah, they're going to hear this word, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, which is a good thing. This is what how people are supposed to be following, But they always come and they hear the word. They won't hear the word, but they don't follow. The next day they're gonna go back to being niggas, doing whatever they want. And let's go and mama guy up. Right? And with that I'm gonna come to the end of this lesson, right? Be a doer of this word and not only a hearer, right? We're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, I will say Apostle